looks like we are green and go. Alright, everything looks a-okay here on my end. Alright, I believe we are ready to go live. Hey everyone, Rand here, and today we are taking a first look at Project DIVA Mega Mix. It's not yet out in the West, so we're looking at the Japanese version here, which actually came out in Japan. It's actually released today. Today is the release day here in Japan, February 13th rather. So for those who are probably looking for the Western release, this is probably your first look as far as what to expect once we do get the localized version. At the moment, for those who are, those who really do want to take a look at the game right now, it is available now on the Japanese Nintendo eShop, which means that you will need to have your own separate Nintendo account, and actually that's how I'm currently set up here. As you can see, I have the 2 pages here, so that's how I managed to get a digital copy of Mega Mix here. But I do intend to also get the localized copy once Sega does announce when it will come out in the West. But in the meantime, this is all we have. First impressions though, I actually already went ahead and did some initial playthrough earlier today, and as far as first impressions go, they didn't have a special music for some reason in the main menu. So whatever music that you have in Project DIVA Future Tone, it is the same that you have here. And actually, by default, I believe what we have is the arcade version. So this is how it sounded like. But I'm more used to the Future Tone now, so might as well use that. I may look into doing a side-by-side comparison between Mega Mix and the Future Tone. Of course, Future Tone is the one that's available on PS4, and this is the Switch release. So let's dive into the first look here. So, like I mentioned, I've already played this. I already had a couple of playthroughs here. So, actually, let's start with the main theme of this game, which is... if I can find it. Oddly enough, I recognize a lot of these titles, even in Japanese. So this is the interface. Those of you who are very familiar with Project DIVA already, you'll know what to expect. Alright, so this is the first one that I really played. So Catch the Wave is the main theme, and let's do it. So this is the original DIVA style. There's another one that's unique to the Nintendo Switch, wherein you're playing with the Joy-Cons. We'll try that out after this. Okay, there we go. Actually, this is the first time that I played this in console mode, and this is also the first time that I played that song wherein I have the Joy-Con separated. And first impression on that, it actually is a lot easier to do so, because earlier I was playing this in handheld, so I think my recommendation on that is if you have a grip when you have your Switch in handheld, definitely get one. I think it's much more easier to play it that way. And if you're doing it on console, well, obviously because there is another type of play wherein you would be playing with the Joy-Con separately anyway, it's actually much better to do so. So as you can see, I'm actually already ranked 2 for this one. So this will be the first. So this is actually the first time I'm doing this on stream. But let's see how we do it on the other version, which is, you know, using the Joy-Con motion. And I think there's a tutorial for this. So yep, there it is. So can't read the Japanese, but at least there's illustrations. Yep, sorry, still getting used to the motion controls. Alright, there we go. So this is the part where a tutorial is definitely needed right now, because this is something that I'll need to get used to. And right now, I feel that this is oversensitive. Somewhat. Yeah, this feels a little bit too sensitive for me, but I think I got it now. This is how controls are. Alright, I think I'm getting the hang of it. Well, almost. So those, I think that means that both you can use either or. Alright, I think I got the grip of this. Alright. There we go. We're learning. Oh, well, there's a difference. So easy, you only have the right, which makes sense. Normal size paddles. Hard, this one gets smaller. I think I'm gonna stick to normal for this one. I do want to use both Joy-Cons in this type of play, but I will need to set it up first once we have a controller. We'll probably look into creating a second camera so that you can get to see how exactly it looks like with the Joy-Cons. Alright. Oh, the default one is normal anyways. Alright, hang on. Let me just... Alright, let's try this in this mode. I think I chose the wrong mode. Well, difficulty, right? I meant to say difficulty, not mode. But, okay, let's take a look. Oh, yeah, we got that. Alright. Again, the sensitivity is still one thing that I'll need to get used to when I'm playing that mode. But other than that, no, I didn't mean to play that again. Though I try, we'll probably try hard once we get used to it. But for now, if I'm not mistaken, this is how you do Let's try this. Let's try Roki next. Alright, we're good. Starting to like this mode now. let me play a few more songs, one of the newer songs on normal, and then we can try probably one song in hard. I think that would be the game plan for now. Or actually, since this is an entirely new mode, I do want to try Rebelcon on this mode. Alright, let's do it. Let's do Rebelcon. You know, just as I was about to say that we should try the newer songs, I do feel like wanting to try one of the already existing songs in the Project Diva series in this mode. That was actually quite enjoyable. Remicon. That was actually quite enjoyable. Right, let's do... yeah, let's see there's one for... Yeah, so Rebelcon was 5. Let's see if we can do a... what songs do we have in 6? Alright, let's do one, girl. Rest in peace, Waka. This is gonna be in your honor. Hopefully I will get through this song. Ramacon was really enjoyable, I will say that. But yeah, let's go for a 6-star. Let's see how much of a difference that takes. And then we can go from there. After this one, we'll definitely go with going with one. We'll choose one of the songs again for hard difficulty. Alright, here we go. Just making sure. There it is. There's the challenge. There's the challenge there. There's a challenge for you. And yeah. Not clear. Okay, at least we get some points out of it. Alright, let's take it down one notch. Let's try 5.5. Let's go with the Decanina song. Yeah, and for some reason, the ZL button on my left Joy-Con presses a little bit weird, so may need to double check that. Considering that I'm expecting to play a lot of this, I may need to get ready with spare Joy-Cons now. do I play that part? Seriously, how do I play that last part? But it is clear. Okay. So I think 5.5 is a good threshold. But let's try an easier song. What's the easiest one? Oh, Catch the Wave, yeah. I think we just played that, so... let's try Hand in Hand. Yeah, I wonder what that setting is. I'll probably need to get help in translating that. Because for the most part, I can definitely determine what that option meant to, what that option is meant. Considering that I played a lot of Future Tone myself, and so far there's a lot of similarities. Well, obviously there's gonna be plenty of similarities because, well, this is a continuation of the Project Diva series. Alright, here we go. I actually can't tell on the stream how it's looking like. I'm seeing that the quality is not looking too good in the stream right now. That's more of a limitation on my internet, really. But if you get to play this game in person, I can definitely say that the game is 60 FPS. So thank goodness it's 60. Oh, I'm Am I actually streaming while on a VPN? Let's actually fix that. So heads up guys, the stream may be interrupted for a bit here, but I think this is necessary so that we can make sure that that we get the best possible quality out of the stream. I think that's the reason why I think it's lagging a bit here. So I'll be right back. Just give me a few minutes here. The stream may be interrupted for a bit while we adjust our internet for a bit here. Okay, I think we just got reconnected here, and I do believe we are back live. Hopefully, with a much more better signal now, I believe. Let me just do a quick check on all of our channels here, so that we can make sure. I'm actually curious who else is streaming today. Twitch does have Mega Mix now. Alright. We have the Western title, the localized title in Twitch. Mixer, for some reason, doesn't have the title yet. So, yeah, so I'm using Future Tone for Mixer. But DLive has, the proper title, so that's good. Alright, I think we are all set to go. Yep. Alright, let's jump back in. We're still continuing to try the new mode, the Joy-Con mode. I'm not exactly sure how it's called. And I think we're ready to try out some hard ones. You know what? Scratch that. Let's try staying on normal. Yeah, let's try this one. Hang on, I think it's in reverse. Hang on. Why is my right Joy-Con reversed? Oh. there we go. Sorry. My Joy-Cons were the other way around. I was wondering why something was off. Alright. I think I found my weakness in this type of game. The one that spans multiple. Oh, it's much more easier to control this way. Again, sensitivity is the one that I'm really concerned about when we're playing in this mode. Alright. Oh, there you go. Rank up. Okay, I think we should... Let's continue on with the normal DIVA gameplay. Now, you'll notice that I'm using the regular plates now, and this is actually how I was able to adjust it, for those who are curious. So you actually do need to get into the specific settings here by pressing X, and it's gonna be this option. And one. So this one already exists in the Project DIVA. You know, it is a staple of the place. You know, it's been in the PlayStation for 10 years before it went to Nintendo Switch. So if you first start up Mega Mix, it will have this setting by default. You know, because obviously the controls on the Switch is different from the PlayStation. So you'll have X, Y, B, A, but you can actually change it to the PlayStation ones, which is pretty nifty if you're already, you know, if you're already a previous player of the Project DIVA game. So that's a nice one. And I think this is where you were able to adjust it. Let's see. I think it's this one. Alright, so this screen, when I'm playing Future Tone, I already have a certain way how the controls are made. So essentially, by default, the left, right, ZL, well, the LR, ZL, and ZR shoulder buttons, they're actually assigned to the sliders. You know, the one that where you can also do it with the what do we call this? Thumbsticks on the Joy-Cons. So I plan to still use that, and the way how I revamp the shoulder buttons is ZL will be the key combinations for the triangle and square. ZR is cross and circle, and additional combos for the left and right shoulder buttons, because that's how I use it. That's what I've been accustomed to when I'm playing Future Tone on the PlayStation. So I was able to maintain that here on the Switch. So let's try this. Let's try Roki again. I already played this earlier, but this will be the first that I'm playing it on stream and with separate Joy-Con, with the Joy-Con separated. I previously played that with that score on handheld. Hang on. Let me just adjust my Joy-Cons a bit here, and we'll probably retry. I actually haven't been paying attention to the music video. The right Joy-Con's not working well. Yep. My right Joy-Con's failing on me. think I did worse this time. No thanks to the right Joy-Con. Yeah, that's a terrible gameplay there. Alright, yep, that's much worse. But it's actually much more better to play it with the Joy-Con separated. If you're, so just a heads up, if you're doing it separate, if you're playing it in console mode, use the Joy-Con separately. It's much more better. Yep. Alright, let's do Double Ganger next. actually did pretty well in that song. Oh, there's still the interchangeable singers. That's good to know. They still kept that. So, I believe... Okay, let's try doing some translating here. This is where you do play the game. This is where you view the music video. It shows you different modes. And I believe this is where you practice. So if I'm not mistaken... let's try doing Catch the Wave in what I believe is practice mode. Because this is something that's also in Future Toad, so I just want to confirm this because... Yep, this is practice mode. So... there we go. Okay, so right makes the marker, left pushes back. And this is why I can't play Extreme. It's because of this reason. Alright, let's head back. Alright, let's do this one. So this is one where it's version TV version. Late there. Holy cow.
僕の細道徘徊パンパンだけを不敗返しよし手を貸すにじゃぜ少ししこラップ芝居や飛び込むのが夢の
Alright, let's try. Well, I played this on Project DIVA, so on Future Tone, so I know what to expect.
こと。嘘って入れ戻れない。思考なんてやってこない。奪ったのに奪われて。
I'm just enjoying the game now. Because here's the thing, I'm really enjoying this game, this kind of gameplay with separate Joy-Cons. I know I keep on repeating myself, but it's a very enjoyable way to play Project Diva, and I'm glad that it's on the Switch now. Were you playing Project Diva on? Gotta play classic. Here's a thought. If Nintendo or a third party creates Joy-Cons that has the Project Diva button placement, you know, the button style, I would seriously buy it. You know, Joy-Cons that are designed for Mega Mix. I would definitely enjoy that. Alright, how much time do we got left? Because I'm gonna need to head to bed after this. I know it's just about... It's actually noontime in Japan right now. But... let's see what other games or what other songs we can play. Let's try this one. But before we try this one, let's see if we can try some customization. Oh, here's the t-shirts now. Will you look at that? So there's already t-shirt designs here. So you guys will probably remember that Sega of America just recently announced the winners of their t-shirt design contest. So when we get the Western release, the one thing that we should expect that it will be different is the default t-shirt designs that will be available. We're going to be expecting that the winners will be included in this section. And of course, let's not forget, you can also design your own. So that's where it will be meant to be. Let's try this. Actually, I'm curious what other characters do we have here. Okay, we got the usuals. And I'm glad that VP doesn't cost additional. This is the recommended one. So here's another thing that's unique about the Megamix is custom t-shirts. I'm not sure if I'm able to design one myself, but I'm glad that that's there. So let's play this one with that module. Didn't see it was a pod.
Thank you.
Oops. Fun. Alright, not bad. I will say, I will tend to play DV a lot more, but I also do like the second option that they talk. Let's do all random for good fun. I really like this stroke song. Again, the right Joy-Con had a fit. forgot I set up the hotkey for that try. Well, oh well, what can I do? Clear. And of course, the swimsuits always cost a fortune. The swimsuits always cost a fortune. actually do another one in that. Well, let's do Hibikase. actually just started switching to using the L and R shoulder buttons instead. And I think it's much more easier. I think this is easier. Yeah, the L and R is much more easier to use. There we go. Oh, almost made it. Great is also still good, I guess. Hey, rank 6. You know what? Let's do Remicon a second time. And I think that's where we can close it out here. After all, this is just a first impression. Oh, 91. Again, I think this is the most enjoyable map that I played so far using that mode, that gameplay style. It just feels so natural playing Remicon on that. And on that note, I think that's where we are going to be left off. And so I just tried clicking share. You can't do Nintendo Switch share while playing this game. So I just wanted to confirm that. Anyway, I think that's where we will be leaving with the first look for Project DIVA Megamix. The Japanese version, that is. Hopefully we'll get some more details regarding the localized version that's coming to the West. And the latest information that we have, I believe, is the announcement of the T-shirt design contest winners, which, mind you, was a couple of weeks delayed. So hopefully it's not that's not affecting as far as the release date goes. But yeah, so far pretty very good impressions when it comes to, uh, you know, the debut of the Project Diva gaming series on the Nintendo Switch. Uh, you know, when the Nintendo Switch first came out, I always thought that it would be a very good platform for a game like Project Diva to be in, and I think that was about 2 years ago, I would say. And here we go. It's finally here. Well, at least in Japan, that is. But again, mind you, the Nintendo Switch platform doesn't have any region restrictions, so you can't easily create a Japanese Nintendo account to link into your Nintendo Switch. That's exactly what I've done here. So I have a North American and the Japanese version now, which means that if we do go ahead and go to the Japanese eShop, which I'll go ahead and take a look, I actually just heard that there is a playable free demo of this game, and that's what I'm trying to confirm now, if that would be the case. Um, let's see. And also, I do want to check out if there is a DLC available, because if there is, then might as well grab it. I'll just need to add some. Um, there's actually a DLC. Interesting. Okay. So 990 yen would be the first song pack DLC here, is what I'm looking at. So it appears that so Meltdown's here. I know this song. I just forgot the title. A couple of familiar ones. So they're actually bringing over some more songs that are already previously featured in some Project Diva games in the first DLC. So I see that this is 900. Do I actually have enough? Let me just do a quick check here. If I do have enough. Oh, okay. So I have. All right. I'll grab a 100 yen gift card later. Um, but what I'm looking for is if there's a playable demo of this. I'm not sure where I would be navigating in the Japanese store for this though. So let me just take a quick look on excuse me, on where exactly you'll need to go. I assume these are the. Hold up, is it ranking number 4 now? Well, I'm not surprised. Project Diva is a very popular. Well, Hatsune Miku is a very well known character in Japan and also worldwide, so I'm not surprised there. I'm pretty sure that we can do a demo. Hang on. Let me see if I can pull up the English Play Store, English Place eShop, not Play Store. Let me see if I can do a quick look at the eShop on where exactly do I need to look at. So, okay. So I was on the right track as far as what I remembered. Right, Japanese again. And at the top. So this is the one that's games with demos. see, because I already bought the game, the full version. But really, if I'm not mistaken, the only limitation that the demo version has is, I'm assuming that it's the same way how they treated previous free demos, is that you only get to play 3 songs uh, on the demo. So, and yeah, I just confirmed that there's a DLC, which is 990 yen. So, probably I'll definitely snag the DLC for that one. Is there any Nintendo news of this? Yes, there is. So there you have it. And hmm, here's the Nintendo news article for Project DIVA. Right. Oh, let's actually check some other news here. All right. In unrelated news, Fire Emblem. There's a new side story. I already have the expansion pass, so yay. And there's already Pokemon Home. So there's a lot of things to catch up on the Nintendo side of things. But yeah, the main thing right now is um, if you're a big fan of Vocaloid and Hatsune Miku, get Project Diva Mega Mix now. Um, it's available now on Japanese Nintendo eShop. But if you're looking for an English version, you'll probably need to wait a little bit longer because we don't have a release date yet for the localized release of Megamix. So yeah, hopefully we'll get some more information there. But for now, this is just a first look, and we'll see. We'll probably have some more